Here it is. Dear friends, dear loved ones, dear parents, dear sisters, dear everyone. My life, I have given it at the age of 16. Fully honest, from after an LSD trip, after going through drugs, through mental, a lot of things. It was after an LSD trip that I sat down with God and I said, God, what is it? What do I have to do? What do I need to do? What am I supposed to do? What the hell am I doing? Why am I here? What is this? What is this? What is all this? And you know, what is 41 mass shootings in 5 years? What is this? What is the Holy Church? This perverted thing that perverts all these teachings into a structure, into an organization of hierarchy. It's perverse. What is this? What is all this? It's the world. And only through the way. That's what I want to point to. I have to show myself first before saying the way. The way, God, Abba, Jesus. He went to the Father, who is greater than he. And the Father is where it all comes from. This God, yep. That relationship that I have too, that Jesus has shown me that I can have through all my sins, through all my deeds. And some of you know more than others. And you know everything I'm talking about because I have said a lot out loud. None of it was to get rid of it. None of it was to let it go, because you know those pains, those things that I've done are still with me. But what they point to, what I have to point to with each and every single one of those memories is that how can I have such an amazing, how can God be, like, what is my hope? When 2 years ago, I did the same thing. 6 months ago, I did the same thing. And now I'm doing it even stronger. Is that I look up. The Father, the relationship. And I'll give you a perfect example that I figured out. I don't want to because I need to test more. I need to, it's only been one cycle of okay, I'm noticing this. And what it was, this week I did amazing. I did an amazing job. I'm a 2-sport athlete. I didn't know how I got there. I hate sports, but I love the discipline. I love this faith journey I'm on with him. I'll do whatever the hell I'm doing. I hated sports in high school, but the reason why I like it now is because he enhances everything I am doing when I am doing it in him. No matter if I am a hermit under the rock, if I am a stoner, a druggie, no matter where I am, if I am with him, I am content, and he will bring me to a new place that he can show me. And the more I understand him, the more I walk with him, he brings me from my captures. He will meet you wherever you're at. He will meet you, just like he meets my anger here. My distaste for the world. He meets me because what that is meeting me with is that I have to look up. I have to say, God, I have hope. If you can have hope in this moment, then I can too. And if you can believe in me, then I can too. If you can believe in everyone around me, then I can too. If you can love me, and I can't, it's hard for me to love me. So if he can love me, then I can love me. I will love every single person. And some of you are my very close friends. And I don't want to stop being your best friend because I want to prove it to you that this thing, and this is a bad way to say it because I love it. This relationship that I have, it's what is God? Let me explain it. And I've explained it to some of you before, so some of you will understand where this is coming from. And you've heard it. But what is God? God is not just a word. He is everything. This is part of God. You are part of God. This phone is part of God. Every single thing is part of God. Every single thing is part of God. All of its glory comes from God. That's actually a spiritual fact that I have learned in my life. And when I allow that it's like a permanent stream of joy. When I allow love to be connected with God, it's a permanent stream of majesticness, of wondrousness, of mystery, of discovery, of fun, of infinity. God is infinite. If your way is not infinite, then you're going the wrong way. And I don't think that you're not gonna get there, because I hope that you'll hear my voice. I hope to be a voice that people follow, and I hope to get to heaven myself. And that's probably a bad way to say it, but the thing is that I'm not just following me. I'm following God in the most utter way. That's what I'm doing. None of you might be doing it, but that's what I'm doing. And each and every one of you are following God in different ways, because faith, love, joy, peace, patience, all is part of God. If you're following anything like that, it doesn't even matter. You might not even know it's God. God, the word English, it's not even like I'm trying to explain it more, and I can't unless I speak Greek or Hebrew, where one word means 12 words in English. Maybe I can learn how to expand my vocabulary so I can explain one thing in 7 different words in English, because that's just how it is that God is so much more than that word. It's a way, it's a relationship. When I have not a vow. It's like a desire that I can either put into or not. And through actually just being forgiving to myself, like, oh, I did this sin today. I masturbated. I watched porn. I said the F word. I don't even think fuck is not I don't think that's a sin, but I think it's the context of where you're saying it. I think that it can be a fucking, it's a language thing. It's not even, what the fuck is, English hasn't been said. It's only been a recent English, English is not a language that's been around forever. We don't have, actually, fuck is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. I don't have to use anything in my life. Fuck. If you allow that fuck to get in your way of going the way of God, then that's the problem. If it's something so small in your life, like fuck, is getting in your way of focusing on God and, saying, I'm more than that. I'm more than what I just did. I am this way. And the reason why I might stop saying it, the reason why I might stop smoking, drinking, because I want my life, I want to transform my life in a way that fully follows God in whatever secret way that is. And I don't care where it leads me, but I am all things to all people to point towards God. And I will connect to every single person. And there's a lot of context that I consider. Every single person that's in my heart I consider. And that's why it's hard for me. It's hard for me because I consider everyone. Even the people that are negative towards me, even the people that dislike God, that hate God, that don't believe it, and they have really good reason not to. They have really good reasoning. I consider your view, and I want to hear you out because I want to be a glass house. If I can get through this journey considering you, then I can do it. Then God is real. You know what I mean? I'm on that journey with you, man. But I believe. I'm on that journey of what if God is not real? I'm on that journey too. I'm just like you. I'm just like everyone else in the world. The only thing is different is what I have been given from Him, what I can tell, and what I have done in my life. The things that I have done, the places I have gone, the things that God had given me and I had abused, and the things that God just continually gave me. And some people would call that luck, but I don't believe in coincidence. Because I have seen it happen over and over, not in my life, but the people's around me. That it affects them. That this thing, this energy, it affects them. And everybody's affected by it. And everybody has a piece of it. And I actually explain it to many people. It's my concept of the spirit. What is the spirit? We all have a spirit. It's this orb in front of us. Here's our body, the spirit. We can engage in it. We can engage with it. We can shove it on people. We can push it back. We can hold it. We can protect it. Like some places protect it. Like some places protect their spirit. Some places are like, no, we can't share our spirit. Catholic Church, you can't talk to God unless you are blank, unless you're a priest. You can't declarate what's right or wrong unless you're the Pope. Hierarchy, not. It's the way. That's it. It's the way. That's it. It's like hard to explain because there's not a lot of do's and don'ts. It's whatever this way brings you. It's the Abba, this relationship with God that I have found in the Bible. When I go to not just the Bible, but in prayer, in people's reflections, I read this daily book that tells of stories, people's testimonies. What is the Bible? It's a book of people that wrote about their lives. People. And especially in the New Testament, the Torah is different. But it's all if you read it in this way, it's all the Abraham's father, it's all this relationship, this way, having this relationship, it's all pointed to it. And Jesus points to it the most. Jesus is part of that. He went to the Father for us, on the behalf of us, so that we, me, you, can go there, can get there. He is the bridge across the stream. And what is he? What is Jesus? Jesus is a literal relationship. What is a relationship with Jesus? It's a practice. It's a daily thing. A relationship with Jesus is when you wake up, you get in the morning, and this is what I do to me. I did this entire thing to myself, encouraging myself, talking with God, noticing that, the past 2 days, I've been busy this whole week because I just joined another sport, walked onto another sport because, God guided me there. And whatever I can do, whatever God shows me into, wherever God brings me, I can do it because I'm with God. And I have that faith because I feel it. I can do school because God's carrying me through it. Trust me, I hate school. I don't know why I'm enjoying sports. It's because God is carrying me through it. It's just it's the trick. It's just the truth. Like if you listen to your doubts, like I have a lot of doubts that I can sum up. And I want you to tell me your doubts, because the only way to get through is to hear it, to listen to your doubts, and say, what is the truth though? I want my life to point to the truth because I love every single one of you. Mother, father, Jenny, Jackie, Deshaun, Chase, Dalton, this is going to be a long list. Rhiannon, Johnny, Filkins, Kyle, oh my God, even Laura, literally everyone, to Mike, Raul, I just met Raul, Lindsay Penny, so many people, it's literally, okay, I don't want to spend my entire time saying so many people because I just said an array of people. Every single person I have met, Carly, every single person I have met, I want to share this message with, that this is the way. It's the way of practice, to have a relationship with Jesus, to the Father, with the Father. Because when I have a relationship with Jesus every day, I can wake up, I can get through my school, I can go to 2 practices a day and the gym. I haven't done it yet, but I can go to a practice a day and go to the gym, but I would like to get to 3. I have that much passion. I want to get 3 workouts in. And that's not 3 liftings. It's javelin throws, hammer, discus, shot put, track. It's the wrestling room, which is a full body endurance, physical warrior workout, and heavy lifting. That's what I want my routine to be. But it's because that discipline helps me understand self-sacrifice, and I fell into it. And I forget that that's not the point. It's the point is with the way. It's with God. God is the example because you have to have a name for it. They called it Yahweh. It as in God. He, Father. And I've heard scholars talk about that in the Bible, that there is a lot of translations that actually refer God to Mother. But that it was lost. That people it was Father. But God is not just a father, he is also a mother. Because when you describe, in today's universe, in today's generation, anyone can be anything. It's true. But like 100 years ago, which this is still in effect because old people around the country, is that women are nurturing, they're loving, men are harsh, they're bad with emotions, they're cold. Well, I'm great with emotions. I navigate my emotions really well. I can get through it really well because I know the way. I've figured out the cycle. It's that you're going to go in the cycle until you hear him, until you hear him, clapping in your face saying, hello, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to be here. If you have to wake up every day and you're going to be depressed, there's something going to get you through it. There's something. But are you going to hear it? Are you going to hear it? I'm trying to make people hear it because trust me, God's been to me a lot, still. And that's sin. That's when I am in sin, God is, and sin sometimes is because I've recognized that I can't get through it without God. That's why I've started to recognize when I am starting to fall, I'm starting to clap, trying to wake myself up. I've started to spiritually do what he has been doing. And that's called practice. That's called a practice. I practice prayer. And I didn't really pray the past 2 days. I got into the cycle, working out, socializing with people, all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, I don't know, I might know these people, but all of a sudden, I know where I am. Explaining life. Explaining this thing. I need to focus on this right now. Yeah, there's people that I know next to me, but this is really important, and I'm not shameful about talking to myself in this thing while Lindsay and I care too much. Okay. Now back to the way, God. This practice that it might be something small, but focus on it. Get with it. It's something I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to say it in my own life. I'm trying to say it to myself, and I have. And that's why I'm trying to say it to y'all, because it's the truth that I have found. And I want to be the most truthful person. And I want to say this in the most uninterrupted way so that I can just... Because it's really hard to describe something that it's like this. And something that I can't fully speak. But God allows me to describe it. It's like poeticness. I honestly wouldn't be able to do it perfectly without him, without this relationship, without praying in him, without God. God is here. That's what this is. This is what I'm saying, is that this is what helps right here. Is that the Holy Spirit's here. God is here. God is in me. God is in you. God is here. God is with us. Right now, his presence is here. And through that, I have the confidence to speak. I have the words to say. And when I wake up and I pray to this amazing God, to Yahweh, to this amazing thing, and I read people's testimonies, and I read the Gospels, which are people's testimonies in the Bible. It is not just like someone writing it as like a religion, but they're testimonies. Mark, John, I love John because I'm a mystic. It's hard for me to go to church, but I've started to figure out the reason why I need to go to church. Practice. It's a clap, except it's not mine. It's another place I can go to hear a clap. And it's about hearing it because it gives me hope that it's real, that God's real, that this is real, that possibility, that infinity of peace, love, and joy is real. And we ask now I'm feeling the sense of like, well, why is there pain? If this is God, why is there so much terror? 41 mass shootings in 5 years, people. Politicians, why the fuck is everyone old in politics? There's something going on. The system isn't working correctly. Literally look at how God designed trees. Trees are a system. What do they run around? They spend their entire life growing leaves, branches, roots. For what? For the seed. So that it can nourish and flourish and expand and love the land and just the cycle of this amazing growth around us, that if you really look at it and recognize, wow, this is amazing. Like, God has done all of this, and it's not just what it is, it's a miracle. It's a miracle. Like, everything is a miracle, and I believe in miracles. That's why I can have a deep conversation about if aliens are real or not. Because I believe in miracles. I believe in God. Because I don't think it's important to say yes or no to that. I'm an open mind. But I'm here. I'm in the present. Because I think the present is where God is. If aliens are real, I'll deal with that. We'll go one step at a time. But right now, how am I going to deal with that if I'm stuck at college and I don't actually have any say in the real world? You know what I mean? You have to trust the present. Right now, you have to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself in the present to get anywhere. If you don't do that, it's just, you'll be in the cycle for a while. And you have to hear the clap. You have to take the step. You have to look. You have to recognize. You have to do it. There's a huge part of you in this relationship with me and you. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't listen to this, if my family doesn't listen to this, if no one listens to this, if Uncle Ronnie, Uncle Mark, if Aunt Tammy, or Uncle Alan, or even my ancestors, heck, whoever, like an array, my cousin Mark in Germany, my friends at this college, Johnny, Filkins, Javi. I love Javi. Javi's he's a wonderful one. And these people, Javi, I love you. All of you. Like, I don't know how to do it. And that's why it takes gentleness. It takes me not just approaching you in a crazy way. It takes me just like loving you, having a relationship with you. I don't know how to explain these theories because I don't really fully understand them myself, but I've been able to start comprehending what is the Spirit. Well, what is the Spirit? How do you let the Holy Spirit affect your life? You know, you have a spirit. When you allow it to be holy, the Holy Spirit can affect you. Let your spirit guide you. Don't control it. Don't abuse it. Don't say, you know, we're the Church of Christ. We're the elders of a church, and just because this person is baptized in a different church, aka what is it? This is a story that's in my church, and I'm not going to name any names, but the elders and the minister has a lot to say as well, because that's just how church politics run. I've learned a lot at college, and it's helped me be very calm about it, because that's just how it works. It's the world, sadly. There's a war going on. We have to be weary. Like, there is a war going on. There's a spiritual war. Satan is trying to drag people down. And that's why I'm trying to... There's a lot of people stuck in their heads. A lot of people in my family, a lot of people in the church, the Catholic Church. There's a lot of people stuck in their heads about all these different things. The point is the way. The point is showing it to people. The point is getting help to homeless people. The point is going to Detroit and cleaning, no matter if it's scary. Like, I want to go to Flynn. I want to do chalk art. I just bought 2 things of chalk. I want to start a group. I want to do chalk art in Detroit. And if I die, I die. But at least this video's made. At least I've said some of my story. But I know this could be only just the start. And I'm going to just have this faith. And either you guys can be affected by it, just watch it, participate in it, just listen to it, ignore it, in whatever way. At least that my story, that in whatever way, like Paul Bossy, man, I don't really care. I've never really met you, and I would like to meet you. I would like to talk to you. I think I would probably like you more than I would think. Darren Cook, I know I love you, man. You're an amazing guy to be around, and I wish I could be around you. And my friend Dalton's been around you, and he's been stuck in it, and it just hasn't helped him to go there. So it's just not a place I never wanted to go. But I've always enjoyed the times I've hung out with you. Logan Zebedara, whatever. He's a wrestler. I never really hung out with him, but he has COVID right now. And dear Heavenly Father, please help the COVID victims. Please help people in mental health. Please help anyone listening to this. Please help anyone in any position that they're in, whatever they're going through. If they're going through PTSD, if they sexual assault, mugging, gun violence, natural disasters, the animals that are the earth, global warming, be with it all. Be with the earth. Be with the whales, the turtles, the great coral reefs. I love the ocean, Lord, and because it shows your majesticness. And if you bring me to be a hermit on the ocean, studying the ocean, having an an anthropology degree that I get to go to an island and study people and just be next to the ocean, or if I get to be a marine biologist that gets to study gray white sharks and gets to eventually get my bucket list thing done, that I want to free dive with gray whites with you, in there, because I just love it. I love the earth. I love it. Wherever I am, wherever you bring me, as long as I'm with you, I'll be content. I know I'm in the right place. And when I'm in Unity, Maine, please help me get this across to my friends. At least say something. At least help them. Like, I've clapped in their face a lot, and they're sick of it. They're like, shut the fuck up, Paul. Yeah, sometimes you do it in the correct way that's really graceful and gentle, and I don't mind it, but sometimes, like, you do it, or I don't think I've ever tried it aggressive, but I want to try it aggressive this time. I want to say, hey, Dalton, hey, Chase, hey, Ephraim, hey, Evan Moody. Evan, I love you, man. God, please be with Evan. Please be with the Moody family. They've gone through so much, and they're such amazing people, such amazing souls, and they've made mistakes. They have problems just like me, but it doesn't make them to deserve less or deserve more. We should deserve the same love. And I've been given amazing parents. Amazing parents. And I don't know why that is, but help me treat people like how I was treated. Help me love people. Help me be in that relationship. Help me say hello to everyone. Help me be the best person that I can. Help me always point to love. Point to the relationship, because that is what you are. What is love? God is love. God is love. What is love? It is relationship. You have a relationship with all of your senses. All of them. Sight, hearing, smell, taste, feeling. And then the sixth sense, that's psychology-wise, that you can feel wherever your body is when you have your eyes closed. And whatever other senses that we might have that we don't know. Spiritual awareness, empathy. Please, God, be with us all. And but that wasn't the point. I'm on love. God is love. And this is the rock that I have found. This is the truest thing to my identity that I want to tell people. Is that what is God? God is love. What is love? It's relationship. It's my relationship with me looking at that grass. It's my relationship with driving. It's my relationship with you. It's my relationship with these videos. It's my relationship with, I don't know, paper. It's my relationship with this ring. Trust me, this ring has a story and I wear it for a reason. It's a relationship with Warrior. nation. It's a relationship with this jacket. Baby, relationship is it. And if you can recognize that's the way, it's an amazing way with God. It's an amazing way to recognize where all of the joy comes from. The joy comes from love. The joy comes from God. It comes from it. And it's just overflowing. And it just keeps so flowing. Do you know what joy brings? Do you know what having faith and love? Do you know what joy brings in love? When you allow love to bring you joy, when you allow relationships to bring you joy and to accept that that's part of God and that God will take you places that you will never know and that He will change you and that you will always grow out a new skin and that, yeah, this forest might burn down, but there might be a new majestic forest, that there is a cycle to it, and you allow it to be that you have a relationship and a good one with it, that this amazingness, that it will overflow. Like it is, when you recognize it, when you draw your source, you have to apply it to your source. And how I do it is I intake it daily with daily bread, daily reading of people's testimonies, daily reading of the Bible, daily. I want to get Buddhist books. I want to figure out this religion shit. I want to look into Mormon books. I want to look into it all so I can address everyone, so I can help everyone. If I have to become a PhD professor in religion, I want to read every single book. I want to create a literal church that literally on Sunday and Saturday, you can come, there's times for every single book. Yeah, what, and I don't know how people feel about that. Maybe people are appalled, I heard someone even said, you should be careful what church you go to, because if you go to a church without the Spirit, that's just not good. If people aren't talking tongues, that's just maybe not a good church. And I just don't know, I don't think that's true. I think that it can happen wherever. It can happen in silence. It can happen in whatever church. Yes, you will always have toxic people. You might always have demons. But
Hey, welcome to Forward Message.
There's a way to get it out. There's a way to do it, and it's by having an open relationship with each other. There is a way to push that out, and Jesus showed that. It's by openly declaring the Lord in front of it, by openly addressing the problem. What did Jesus do? He showed us the way. What did Jesus do when there was a demon right in the church where he was preaching, in a man? He addressed it, and I don't think a literal demon. I think the man had a problem with it. I think the man himself had a problem with it. And I think Jesus dealt with the man on the site, and I think Jesus dealt in it the most graceful way, that it was good. And that's what I want to do with knowledge. I want to learn about Buddhism. I want to learn about Hinduism. I want to learn about all these things so I can address it in gracefulness, in the way that Paul did. I am all things to all people because I want to point to this thing, the way. It's just the truth. Everything else, the doubt, there's a lot of doubt. Is God real? Well, I hate this person. Well, there's a lot of I that gets in the way. The biggest thing that this is true. This is a known fact of what I know, is that when I'm dealing with the Spirit in front of me, it is hot and I can get burned. But the biggest thing that I have to worry about is what I do. And a lot of times I get in the way the most, because I'm the only one being able to control this Spirit in front of me. And you have that too. And to allow the Holy Spirit to work in your life is to don't push it onto people. And there are a lot of people that I've seen, like Harding University has a lot of this, is that they just have pushed it on people, and that's the culture. And now it's just like, we're waiting for doom. And it's just not infinite. It's kind of sad. And I'd kill myself if that was the reality. But what gives me hope is that that's not true. Is that I'm not going to believe it until the sky falls down, until something actually happens. But even then, I would even believe in the hope. Even then, apokara dokia, even then, I have this faith. Even then, even that, whatever you're thinking, even that, I'd still have faith. Like, it's hard to say, but it's through my experiences that I say that. I've done a lot of drugs, specifically mushrooms, and I've gone through PTSD, not just mushroom. I say that because that's true, but I've even heartbreaks. I say that because that's the most vulgar thing I can say in society, but in reality that has affected me in a pretty amazing way. But there's also things that really fucks me up too, that gets in my way, like court. I've been to court, and I can't, maybe like 7 or 8 times. I've had now like 3 tickets. I just got one. Like, think about this. I got one for possession of marijuana and paraphernalia in Arkansas when I had a medical marijuana card. Like, I have a medical marijuana card, and I got a ticket for possession of marijuana and pot. It just is like, I don't know, it's just weird. The cop was it was a scoundrel thing to do what he did. He just, I wasn't driving, my sister was driving, and she's really bad with cops. We're all really bad with cops because my 2 sisters fold really, specifically Jenny folds like she, at least then. I think she will learn her lesson, and she did. She definitely did, because this is kind of really shitty. And I might not post this because of Harding University.
Message only on SiriusXM.
Or I might wait, because there's a lot that's been said in this. But truthfulness is that Jenny was driving, and that was my pot, and like, she also got a ticket for it. She gave us both a ticket for it, for one, and what happened was, she was pulled out of the car, and immediately, he came up to my window, we rolled it down, he said, "Can I have both of your IDs?" Almost immediately. His mic was turned off. So, like, we found that out through I'm still in court. I'm on a 6-month probation for this. Why? I have my card. Why am I still being abused? I was trialed as an adult at 16 years old. And I had the whole jury. I went to court, and I was pronounced guilty, but then there's the guy did it wrong. Like, there was a dispute. It wasn't fully guilty. There was a dispute. We almost had to go to court again. Finally, it was agreed upon that I wasn't going to have a criminal record at 16. And now I'm back here with a medical marijuana card, and I'm on probation for having for marijuana? What the fuck? And I am really angry about that, and it gives me a lot of passion. I go to the fucking gym every day because of it. I'm a 2-sport athlete because of the passion I have, because of the anger that drives me. Motivation, determination, and perseverance. Key words. I want a tattoo of it. The same with Apple Card Kia, baby. Apple Card Kia. I'm gonna get a tattoo here, Apple Card Kia, and then it all connects. I can explain it, but it takes a long time, and the only way for me to explain it to you is to sit down. Let's have a beer. Sit down. We gotta talk. Sit down. We gotta talk. And whatever way I have to sit down with a genuine person, whatever that way is for that person. Sometimes it's smoking, sometimes it's sober, sometimes it's literally going to the extent, like Jacob Moan, that I have quit pot. I am quitting pot, and I might not go back to it. And I want to explain to my friends why I'm not smoking, because I want to get to the person that doesn't believe in me. I want to show him what I value, because he values the system. He's into the politics, and he doesn't point the way. He's like, if we can only get the Bible into the hands of them. No, that's not the way. It's the relationship. The Bible is important, just like testimony is important, but it's the Bible is just a book of books. Every single book has its different importances, but the Bible as a whole, it's a big statement to say that the Bible is important. And I think that you are right that the Bible is important, but I think that I am willing to say that the Bible is important. And
so let me challenge you.
And I
never let these words leave far from our hearts. That God never fails. that even in the mountains or the valleys, he's still faithful. He's still good. He's still God. And he never fails.
Hear that? Sometimes, like with music, random things will happen and just boom, like recognize, like, wow, God really just spoke to me in that moment. Like, it's true. I really do believe God never fails. Like, if this is the truth, like in the most insane way, like if I have to turn away from everything, this is the word autobiography. If I have to turn away from everything, if I have to literally say, you know, I might be in jail, I might be in court, I might be a criminal, I might be whatever this, I'm gonna turn it from it all, and this is just it. This is what I have to go through, and God can do anything. God, I might be wherever, but apokardokia, I might affect someone. By pointing to him, maybe he has me here for a reason. Maybe I've done the things, I've gone through the things, the pain has entered my life for a reason. And having this relationship, I have to trust myself. Because if not, then I can't walk with God. I have to trust myself. And that's why I need to keep going. That's why I have quit pot to help Moan, to try to be his friend. Because I love people. And because I believe in the Spirit. And it's not, honestly, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. But me and God can. Me and God. And I would describe me as in motion enlightenment. As I move forward, I enlighten myself about who I am, what values I hold myself to, about where I'm going, about who God tells me, about what my relationship with God is, about how I don't want to be, about how I do want to be, about everything. As I move forward, as I move forward and enlighten myself about that, that's me. And that's why I think God is me. I think God is me. And I don't mean I mean me. In that way that I just explained it, motion enlightenment. And it's hard to trust in that. It's hard to trust in God. It's hard to trust in me. But if you do it with God, if you really pray, I hate that. If you really know, if you take steps, yes, you'll get hurt. If you take steps, yes, you'll get it wrong. Yes, you'll stumble.
That's literally one of my favorite things.
I'm learning as I go along, and I can say this because I've started. It has been true, is that God has been helping. Is that I have been able to do it. Is that, you know, I didn't like sports and it was too much for me in high school, but now it's really actually filling. Is that, you know, I didn't think I could do school before, but now I'm winning. Like, it's just, and the more it points, and I know that this is the thing. It's like a gamble. I've taken all my life. I'm in college because I'm still in this process. I'm still figuring it out. I'm sitting down. I'm still kind of standing. I haven't started running. I haven't fully grasped Jesus' hand and followed him across the bridge. I haven't gotten to my promised land. But this is what I believe. This is what I want to even tell myself at this point. This video is for me. And I want to tell myself that, you know, God keeping me with God, keeping my practice, keeping going places that also have claps, following the Holy Spirit, following the way, every day, every moment, every single right now. See, the thing is that I'm in this moment right now, And this is just a mirror to me. Soon it will be a video, a recording, a post. But to me right now, it's the present. And I need to be affected by this first. And this might be a start of a journey. But I hope that through this hope that I'm learning, that I'm about to just gamble my life on it, I have already given myself to in the pursuit of it. And now I am yet to fully commit to it. And in college, I'm about to. I think I already have internally, and now I'm figuring out how to do it externally in every single way. And be able to, it's like I wouldn't be able to say, if I just jumped like 10 years down the line and started doing everything I was going to do in 10 years, I wouldn't be able to do it. It's part of the journey, it's part of the way. I'm not going to be able to do anything that I'm doing in 5 years without doing what I'm doing right now. That's why you have to be in the present moment. You have to get through it. If you don't wake up, man, you're going to be stuck in the same cycle. You got to do it. You got to wake up. You got to take a step. And I've taken a lot of steps in the dark. It's important to do those. It's important to take a lot of steps yourself. And you can't take any steps with God without learning how to take steps with yourself. And taking steps with yourself can look many different ways. And sometimes it's just mentally being confident, mentally saying, you can do it. That you won't go to Michigan and fail, Dalton. That's, you might, but if you're coming to Michigan, we're not failing, man. If that's a plan that we're doing, Chase isn't failing. Look at him. He has the same drive, the same passion. We're not going to fail, man. I'm not giving up on you. I want to be your friend till the ends of the earth. If I love you, and I will prove you. I will win you over. And I'm following you as much as you gotta follow me. You don't understand how much you've affected me, how much you've given to me. Dalton, you've given a lot to me. You don't even understand how much you've given to me, Aunt Tammy, Uncle Ronnie, Pops, Mama, Granny, Gramps, Uncle Mark. You don't even know how much you've given to me. I love you all. And I want to help you in the best way I can. And I just don't know how. And I've said hurtful things because emotionally, the presents can be very confusing. But everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a particular purpose. Maybe to challenge me. Maybe to challenge you. And when I was having this question, my biggest doubt right now is that true? My biggest doubt is gambling on it. Is that yes, it is. And when I turned on the radio, there was this song. If I swipe up, the video will stop. But I took a picture of it, and it was practicing talking about promises. And damn, I don't know what it was, but it answered my prayers. Damn, I wish I could tell you, because it's gonna end the story, because it's 48 minutes into it, but I gotta go do homework. But seriously, that was the last bit that I wish I could tell you. But it was a song that answered my prayers about that doubt of, is that true? And then I turned it on and started singing about promises and about this is God. God is, I don't know what it was. I'm going to listen to it when I'm done with this, because, if you want to know and you got to this point, baby, message me, because I got the song. Love you all.